Story that just came out of the blue this morning. Rising tension, military tension between India and Pakistan. Last weekend, Pakistani militants attacked an Indian army post. They killed 18 soldiers. Now reports of fighter jets landing on major highways in Pakistan. Officials say it's all just practice, with a lot of speculation that the country preparing for something much bigger between these two countries, consistently enemies. Former CIA officer Mike Baker knows a thing or two about this. Yeah. This comes out of the blue, and we're told it's a big deal, but I'm not sure I get it.
Well, it comes out of the blue here because we're all fixated on the campaign, on the election coming up. But this is a good example. It's a perfect example of how we're not talking about the crises, the hot spots that are around the world. We are facing more crises, more flashpoints right now than we have in a very long time. And this situation, if you look at the potential for some major escalation to kick off, India and Pakistan right now in the current tension is one of them. It's all about the Kashmir, the disputed region. Okay. And India for a long time has held that the Pakistani government has allowed and promoted and supported militants in the Kashmir region to go in and attack India in an effort to reclaim that territory. Yep. Recent attack this past week killed 17 Indian soldiers at one of their important bases up there. There were previous attacks that also killed other Indian soldiers. The Indian government has basically come out now and said the time for strategic restraint is over. They vowed to retaliate. The Pakistani military is claiming that their military maneuvers right now are just part of an exercise. They are both nuclear-armed allies of ours. Have we heard anybody within our government? I'm sure they're having private, little quiet talks, but have we heard anybody in the senior management of our government talking about this issue and requesting maybe, you know, a conference or some ability to scale this back? No.
Whose side are we on? Who is our friend in India-Pakistan?
Well, we walk a very fine line here. We like to think of them both ideally as our allies. We've tilted in the past towards India, then we've tried to regain Pakistan's trust. We work very closely, quite frankly, with both. We have good relationships behind the scenes with our intel services with both. Pakistan, despite the problems we have with them now, have been important to us in the war on terror. They don't feel as if they get the credit they deserve. They have. I know it sounds strange.
Former CIA guy says they've helped us.
We have bagged a large number of important terrorists in part because of Pakistan intel or military assistance. That doesn't mean they don't play both sides of the fence. They do. And we have to understand that. Every nation acts in its own best interest. We have to do the same thing. So we work with them to the degree that it supports our national interests, but we have to be pragmatic and understand what they do sometimes is not in our best interest, it's in theirs. And the Pakistanis walk a very fine line between being somewhat supportive of our program in the U.S. and ensuring that they don't lose control of their own population because they're angry that they're seen as a puppet of the U.S.
20 seconds. Yes. Pakistan is a nuclear country. It is an Islamic country. Do we know where their nukes are?
Well, yes.
A question for the CIA.
We do. Should that give us comfort? No. Do we pay more attention to Pakistan than we should because of the nuclear weapons?
Have we got a plan to go get them?
That's sources, methods, and things that really, in general terms, the public doesn't need to know about. We are highly concerned about the nuclear arsenal in both countries. Let's put it that way.
By the way, it's nuclear.
Nuclear.
No.
Is it
nuclear?
Nuclear.
Not nuclear.
Nuclear?
Nuclear.
Nuclear?
God, you're an American.
Oh, my God.
Okay.